Folks, welcome in on a train wreck today, Friday. We finally have a game time for Game 1, Boston, Buffalo. We'll talk all the specifics and what you need to do to maximize your game day as we get ready to warpath. We've got Gatesy in the studio. We've got FaceTime. We've got Pop Culture Corner with Nick. Strap in, put on your helmet, and let's go.
We all need a place where we can be ourselves, somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf, and whether you win or lose, you can count on me, and I can count on you. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. You know this train never stops.
On it is a beautiful, for lack of term phrase, Friday in Hamburg, New York. We're at Hilbert College. We're making it happen here. Bruckman Media, Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports. We are Trainwreck today. Maniac. We got Slick Al on my left. We got Don on the ones and twos on my right. We got Gatesy in the captain's chair, ready to lead us onto this playoff run. We got Rachel in the saddle with us, making sure we're on our best behavior as well. We got the chairman making sure to that. With that said, we finally have a game one date. Sunday at 7:30. 30. Okay. Thank you for keeping me in the loop there, Gatesy. Most people, 92% of Sabres fans are finding this out this morning when they woke up. Obviously, everyone headed down to Sunday after everything had been going on the schedule. This entire thing was a mess. And Gatesy, the NHL, for lack of a better term right here, should be embarrassed by all this.
Yeah, it's weird because you look at the NFL, their playoff schedule leaks like week 15 before half the teams have even clinched somehow. yeah, at the NHL, we knew the matchups a few days ago. Nothing was going to change, but they just had to wait. And especially like the Sabres part of it too, to have it be confirmed at 1 a.m. last night is kind of crazy. So the whole thing just doesn't make any sense to me right now.
Thank goodness for Mike Harrington with that breaking news at that point, for sure, doing the good work of the journalism. But yeah, 7:30 p.m., Game 1, Sunday night, downtown Buffalo. We'll be rocking with the Game Day Buffalo crew. We'll get more into that in a little bit. But, Gatesy, your initial thoughts on this Bruins matchup of it all, this close to the season by the Buffalo Sabres?
Yeah, I mean, at last couple of weeks, it was basically, okay, it's going to be the Bruins or the Senators. Pick your poison. Especially once the Sabres, it felt like we're going to lock up the Atlantic Division. The Ottawa Senators have been a team on fire. They're a team that's young. They're in that same category as the Sabres of, they're hungry. They're trying to prove people wrong. They're going to, go into Carolina now and have a great series there. But the Bruins series, I think I'm very excited for, just from the perspective of, these two teams haven't really played each other in a great capacity this season, where, the last game we saw against them was just, last month. The Sabres, that's when they were on their bit of a struggle slick. They weren't playing their best hockey. And before then, too, it's been, kind of hit or miss. Boston fans love saying Jeremy Swayman's 8-1-1 against the Sabres in his career. The last time they played was the Sabres' second game of the season this year. Half of his wins, too, came in 2021 against Buffalo. So that's just a little outdated.
I got bad news for Jeremy Swayman, any of those loyalists. He's not facing Kyle Okposo anymore, Slick. He's facing the Gunners. He's facing Tuck. He's facing Quinn. He's facing Thompson at his prime. How are you feeling going into this weekend? Obviously, I know you were looking for a Saturday matchup. I know you're a little sobered up by the fact that it's going to be Sunday, but I don't think that's going to take any...
I'm always looking for the slick one ox on a slick Saturday, but, Sunday, 7:30, I'm just glad we got the night slot. And honestly... get me to Sunday. I don't even want the rest of the weekend now. I'm ready for Sabres playoff
don't
hockey.
Talk that way, Mania, man. We got to see what happens Saturday night. We're going to have a battle there.
Yeah.
Got a lot going on. And we'll enjoy it. We'll take it. You're not going to be watching Lightning Canadians.
I'm ready to run wild,
Lightning
brother.
Canadians. I am ready to run wild, but this is perfect. I want you to Cage Animal. Speaking of wrestling, I want you... You're like Elimination Chamber. You're entering last. I need you. Just mulling around in that chamber,
on the glass,
ready to go.
Let me out.
You're an events man. You're a promotions man.
Yeah.
I mean, this is embarrassing. I mean, before we get into the true Sabres, Bruins, X's and O's, kind of embarrassing by the NHL.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I don't know, maybe. You could blame it on kind of a couple things that no one saw this. There's construction vehicles on the sidewalk from the arena. Apparently, no one saw the Sabres run coming, including the NHL. They didn't even know what to do with this team in the schedule. But just not good, very bad. It almost seems, too, like there is some behind-the-scenes, string pulling based on the amount of insiders that were all like, yep, Saturday night.
Insiders were getting got.
From guys on WGR to from guys on the Associated Press. We had airport workers,
multiple airport workers,
which are reliable. We've had sources from airport workers.
Canal side workers being told on alert for 4 to 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and then for it all to get rug pulled, it feels like I don't know what slot is taking the Saturday night game now. Is that?
I believe it's Penguins. Penguins.
Yeah.
I feel like it was something that I think Mario Lemieux called up. He's like, we want that primetime slot. Boot the Sabres out of here. Not happy about it. And besides, too, the announcement of it all, our schedule blows.
Our schedule sucks.
We have 2 Sunday games, and then it's all just Tuesday. We get one Friday if we get to a game 6.
Draft day.
Apparently, the only fan base...
we have a game during that.
On draft day is terrible. Apparently, the only fan base this is worse for is the Boston fan base. Apparently, there's multiple games during the Celtics games.
Yeah, just a scheduling nightmare. And it seems like this is the last series that came to fruition, too. So it feels like it could have taken a little more time to clean it up a bit. But
and as you alluded to, Don, the Philly-Pittsburgh seeking into that spot, 8 seed, that should be the 7 and 8 seed. That's logistically the 7 and 8 seed in the Eastern Conference, and they're getting main event treatment.
And that's the prime time, right? That Saturday night, you would think would be the Sabres game 1 of ending the playoff drought. That's going to be, I feel like, the big ticket item. Somehow that just falls through the cracks, and it's Sunday night at 7:30. So I feel like Monday should be an off day everywhere at this point.
They see the Stanley Cup ratings every year. They saw the Olympics ratings. I mean, how can you not give Buffalo the primetime spot?
Are they using I think this is crazy. They're giving Buffalo the main event Phil treatment.
Yeah,
They're
seriously.
basically telling, oh well, no, we're putting you Sunday, so like you can draw like a main event, like whatever. Like no, the main event is the main event for sure. So it's all a mess. The NHL is a mess. They're doing
It's bad creative.
It's real bad creative.
And you brought up like again, the seeding's crazy. We got some guys in the Instagram comments. This guy Coerbs. You don't think number 7 seed hosting number 8 seed first round makes no sense? Yes, we do. We've talked about how the seeding is completely broken.
Oh, it's terrible.
I mean, you have a 7 and 8 playing each other.
This all goes back to the COVID switch, right? Essentially, this was done for COVID for that year, and they haven't like switched it since.
Well,
they switched back the obvious one where the Canadian
the
team.
divisions, the divisions, but they kept the format.
They wanted to the plus side is they're like, oh, this
division
is great.
rivals.
Yes, they wanted to like closer proximity, regional rivalry. They wanted to stimulate, but now exactly that you have. I remember seeing before the playoffs started, they listed like the top 6 teams in the NHL. It was like Stars, Avs, Oilers, Sabres, Lightning, and Hurricanes, and it's like 2 of these teams
are going
to be out in the first round,
Yep.
which is crazy. Also, Corbs, he says, I'm definitely calling off Sunday. And then I'm going to put this comment on screen. He gives a little free money. He says, I'm putting $100 on Sabres 7-1 first game.
It's got to be like 80-1.
I don't know if
for sure.
He said 7-1 first game, bet 100 on it. Now I don't know if he means Sabres money line winning or the exact score, because the exact score that's going to pay out.
He's talking 7-1. I like the way Corbs rides for sure. With that said, Gatesy, getting into this matchup, obviously we have there's the Swayman of it all, that juju there. Seems like the consensus based on the gambling lines, based on all the peripherals, the Sabres are the better team here. They got to come out and execute, and they got to come out and capture momentum in this series.
Definitely. Game 1 is going to be such an anomaly. It's very hard to, put all your eggs in the basket of this game is going to decide the series with how much energy is going to be inside the KeyBank Center. It's obviously the hottest ticket in the market right now. We have $450 to get in the door right now. The most expensive in the playoffs right now. That building's going to be loud. The energy's going to be there. So we're going to see the Sabres team either, come out of the gates flying, win 7-1, like our friends are saying online, or it might be a tough game to get going. But the Sabres team has shown this season I think they're 3 biggest games this year in terms of just energy and excitement. The 05-06 night and the 2 recent Tampa Bay games, you would guess, right? Yeah. Those are probably the top 2. Yep. Those are the 3 really best games I feel like we've seen from the Sabres of matching expectations, and every other team has fallen to it. But this right now, at least I'm telling myself that they're going to rise to the occasion.
You're leaving a 3A to a 3B, and it was the last time that the Sabres roster got any extended rest like they're enjoying right now for this week. When we came home and hosted Vegas, Slick's face was melting off as 18,000 towels were going in the air, going nuts. And that's what we're going to have Sunday night, obviously, in KeyBank Center. For me, it's your stars being your stars. You go back to the very start of this year. What was the main issue out of the gate? It was where's Tage? Where's Dahlin? You felt like the rest of the team was good. And that was kind of your way of copium. That was your copium early in the season for the Sabres. You're like, wow, if Tage and Dahlin ever get going, this should be a solid squad. Well, lo and behold, they did get going. Dreamboat, and you ultimately got what you wanted. So to me, it's the stars coming out early and often. You can't be slacking. You can't be lacking in those areas, especially when you're a favorite. When you're an overdog of -170, -180, that's a solid favorite number.
Yeah, and speaking of lacking, guys, I have some personal details to share that broke my heart.
Oh no!
I don't mean to put my season ticket seatmate on blast, but I received devastating news yesterday.
Oh no!
So we were saying we're both going to game 1 and 2. We're getting those seats. We have extras to home game 3. I come to discover.
I'm beside myself already.
I come to discover.
I know where this is going.
He flew out to Vegas Thursday. He's gone all weekend seeing fish. and he's skipping game one.
Oh my
And even
God.
worse, he's going to be flying back to Buffalo on the plane for the whole game.
Oh, that's.
I mean, I assumed, I heard he was going out. I thought he was being real crazy. I knew he had Sphere tickets. We talked about it. He told me,
Oh, it's at the
Don,
Sphere.
there's no way I'm missing the Sabres' first home playoff game in 14 years. I've seen Fish plenty. Yes, the Sphere is great, but I will be back. He promised me. Now, I think originally the plan was to fly out, see maybe Thursday, Friday, come back Saturday. Not happening. So I'll be going with his wife, lovely lady, Maddie. We're going to have so much fun. But John, disappointed in you, bud.
John,
How do you skip the first play? I love Fish, but come on, man.
Every second I've spent with John, he's an enjoyable, individual. He's a great guy. Seems like a family man. Obviously has like a great foundation in his life. Excited for him, everything in that regard. With that said, Crest loyalty revoked. Delete.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
So, it's
Fish
crazy.
at the Sphere.
And then
Are you gonna? We guess I'll wait for the next 15-year drought. I'll catch the next decade and a half drought.
Fish
By the
will be
way-
at the Sphere tomorrow.
By the way,
What?
Fish is
They're
holding.
gonna do like 38 shows.
Well, no,
That's
I'm saying
insane.
they're hosting a residency. They're playing like 7 or 8 shows. Like,
That's ridiculous.
and then on top of that, I'm texting him. I'm like, yeah, this really screws me over too. I have a gig Sunday I have to back out of because we're going to be doing, our pregame, all of that. And he says, do you want me to sell the tickets?
What?
And I said, no, I
Whoa.
canceled my gig. I'm out. I'm going to the game.
So okay, so yeah.
But I could tell he's
He's looking
heartbroken.
to recoup some of
If
that
he
fish
sees
cost.
this clip, I'm
He's looking
sorry,
for some
I'm
fish
sorry,
food.
John. I'm sorry to put you on blast.
For a
but
little
we
fish
had to
fry.
do it. We had to do it.
Fish Fry Fridays.
He's
That's
looking
what he
for-
just
yes.
became.
Seriously.
man.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, the series hasn't even started, Gatesy, and we're already a man down.
Yeah, this is the worst omen I feel like you could have to be a season ticket holder too. I feel like you're looking for this one moment to happen, and there's no hotter ticket, I think, in the world right now than Sabres game 1 ending the drought. But it's going to take all of us to fill in John's void in the KeyBank Center. So
Oh
if
my
you're there,
god, the fact that Slick and I got in on like tickets 3 weeks ago, and now we can go to these playoff games,
Yeah.
like we feel like people who bought GameStop at its
dude,
lowest.
yeah.
We feel like
we
people.
won the
We
lottery.
feel like 2011 Bitcoin investors, and we got someone who's, Don. Wow, that's your boy.
but shout out
That's your
Don though
boy.
being there now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out
I
to
didn't
Well, the
Don.
want
good
to
thing
drop that bomb, but I had to get it off my chest.
The good
It's
thing
a
is
heavy
that-
load I've been carrying all day since yesterday.
Shout out to that load, and
Yeah.
shout out to John for taking all the heat off of Slick's Boston allegiances going into the
Oh,
series, because
stop.
now all my allegiance and power.
You're like Big
Okay.
Cat.
With that said,
We'll get back on track to the
we
actual
talked about the
series.
Stars,
Yeah.
Gatesy.
Yes.
What about the UPL of it all? You're a goalie guy. There's a lot of numbers that indicate last 3 months he's been pretty good. You take away that Lightning game, the 8-7 game, which is a complete outlier.
Yes.
It's almost like he's been unbeatable.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that his stats are that good with that game says a lot. And, it's his net to go from here on out. Alex Lyon had a great quote, I think, on What Chaos or Empty Netters, saying he hopes to see UPL win 16 straight games in the postseason. And I think UPL is poised to do that right now. Colton Ellis is like day-to-day right now, but it feels like Lyon will be good to back up by Sunday night. And the growth we've seen in his game, basically everyone on the teams this year has been phenomenal. I mean, remember UPL's first game back after injury against Toronto where he gave up that weak goal in the
Brutal.
third period, that shot? It was, okay, time to fire UPL into the sun. We're never going to see him again. Little by little, he's been winning people back. He's been a lot more controlled in the crease. He's still athletic as always, but for the Sabres team to go on the run, the reason they've been able to be so good so far is their goaltending's been another world. They're going to need that from number one, from in game 1 and throughout the series.
So I don't want to be negative when I start this, and I feel like I'm already being negative by bringing
But
it
by
up.
saying it, I already feel pretty
Yeah,
negative.
know,
I don't like the
do
vibe.
too.
I was
It's
gonna
like,
say.
no offense intended. How much of a leash does UPL have as like the number one guy? Is it that he can have an absolute clunker 5-goal game and we're running him out game 2 100%? Like where like on a scale of 1 to 10, what is you, well, like 10 being like, you're not even looking at the end of the bench, 1 being the shortest leash possible. What do you got for his leash right now in your opinion?
I think with Lindy Ruff as the coach and the way UPL's been, I would probably put it like a 6. in terms of I wouldn't imagine Alex Lyon gets a start if only time I could see is if the Sabres are like down 3-1 in the series and you need like a last second jolt to change the team, or if you're down 2-0. If you lose those first 2 games, Alex Lyon is going to be starting game 1. I think regardless, just to shake the team up. UPL
Game 3.
Oh, yeah, game 3. Thank you. It could be, the Sabres lose first 2 games 1-0. Alex Lyon's still going to start.
Like as a way to wake up the squad. Like,
Yes.
that might be absolutely. I agree with that. I mean, geez, I don't even envision a world where we're down 2-0. But should be interesting. The one thing we've talked all year long about how the 05-06 vibes from the squad, this actually has like paralleled how the Miller Baron story like was that year. Because Baron was really good. You even had a little Noren in action in there, which is like kind of your Colton Ellis of it all. And then right around the playoffs, there was even some question about Miller after games 3 and games 4 on the road. But like I've said a couple times in the show, he came back with game 5 in a shutout. So we'll be interesting to see what buttons Lindy Ruff is pressing. With that said, Gatesy, who's your wild card for this series?
Oh, overall, I think a guy I'm really excited to see in this series, I'm going to say Owen Power, because he is having a career low for points right now.
Career high in goals, though.
Career high in goals, career low in points by a lot, but overall his best season. For the Sabres to win this series, they're going to need him to take his defensive side up a lot more as well, be a lot more aggressive. And if he's able to do that and add that extra, playoff tenacity to his game, while, I think his points have been coming back a little bit in recent games, recent weeks, I think he's going to be the wild card. He's going to score like the game 7 overtime winner somehow. And I think it's going to be like the perfect encapsulation of the season.
That would be a perfect encapsulation of his season. Speaking of an encapsulated season, Don, your man, put his mark on this season. All-time hits leader for a single season record, Marcus Foligno. You are out of the record books. Beck Malenstein, another line in which you are in.
Yes, Vic and I were watching it live. We were tracking it on our phones. It's funny, we weren't the only ones tuned in. And I remember I said, we almost overlooked it because we mentioned it, I think, at Crossing Swords. And we're like, oh, wow, how did this slip below the surface? People in front of us were tracking. They're like, that's hit 3. He's only got 1 more. And then
people in front of us and next to us.
My whole section. I love my section because like there's a lot of puck knowers there, but they're fun. Like they're party puck knowers. They're not annoying. They're not pretentious, but they know puck too, and they're not just saying stupid stuff. So yeah, big day for him. Congrats, Beck. Been with you for a while. And then
Are you two hooking up?
No, we're tight though.
Not yet.
Hooking up for beers after the game.
Right,
Beers.
Big time.
But just looking at the comments on YouTube, we got Chicken Bone 19. I couldn't score tickets, unfortunately, but I'll be rocking the plaza like nobody's biz. Let's go, Buffalo. Right on. We'll see you there. And then Chris Lyon, relation to Alex?
Uh-oh.
Spelled the same. 5-3 Sabres game 1. We score first. All right. Love that. Love that energy. Keep hitting the chat. Let us know what you guys think about this matchup coming up, Sabres Bruins. Yeah.
When someone's last name is spelled is Lion, I expect the Y. Like there's not really too many last name like Lions, I feel like, in the night. No offense to anyone out there. I hope they don't come against me. But speaking of Harry Maines,
what?
It's time for us to grow him up. Are you serious? Taking the momentum out of there? You know what we're doing here. You know the purpose of it.
My bad.
Playoff, beards. Yours is coming in. I see it on the side.
Activated.
I
kind of slipped by not getting rid of the goatee first.
I got a head start. But what's really going to get interesting is
that's tough.
The neared soon. I might look like a Reddit poster.
Same.
I'm hoping this part grows quick enough that like you don't notice it. But yeah, once this comes in, it might accent like a little bit of double chin going on. So we'll have to play that. But boys, I did a little deep diving.
Thank you.
Do you know the history of the playoff beard?
No, I need to know more.
All right, so I'm going to give it to you. This tradition started in the 1980s by credited the New York Islanders, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, shout out Dewey and Rob.
So in their run when they had that great early 80s team, they kind of, but it wasn't like official. It was kind of like a lot of guys doing it. I think it was first, it got the name Playoff Beard in 84, 85 when the Red Wings were the first documented team. They copied him with Ivan Baldriev and former Sabre, Danny Gare. Began to practice in January 1985 before the playoffs even started. And their defenseman on that Detroit team, Brad Park, called it a playoff beard. Didn't really catch on. It was like, it really didn't catch on big time until the 90s. It was like some teams did it as a rallying point. And then a real funny thing is apparently in 2015, Mario Lemieux lobbied the NHL to stop this practice, or at least like push against doing it, because he said fans can't recognize players on TV. So yeah, playoff beard been around.
I think
for
his
about 45 years, 46 years.
His significant other was probably just pissed off.
Yeah, that too. But
yeah, Mario Lemieux, what are you talking about, buddy?
It's all about camaraderie and also showing the long, grueling process of how, listen, this isn't your NFL playoffs where it's like a month or less. This is a 2-month long like playoff season.
There's a reason the Stanley Cup is the hardest trophy to win in sports.
When you get to the Cup finals or even the conference finals with like a beard, like it's like we should all have beards. If the Sabres get to the conference finals, we should all get beards for sure. So
hopefully.
I've never.
But speaking of beards, how about that champ that shaved his? I don't know how much of that I believe though, honestly.
Yeah, it did look like for 15 years it should have been longer, but
and it looked like he boondoggled like, I just don't want to shave.
No, I don't know.
Well, you can get a haircut now.
Yeah, finally.
I can get my hair cut. That's huge.
Yeah.
Open up the tab.
Open
up the tab.
$2,000 at the ale house later.
But speaking of a wild card, speaking of wild card and tabs, how about this article on the Nesson of it all, Gatesy? They're getting a little bit ahead of us. Boston is giving Buffalo, the fan base, everything, no shortage of bulletin board material with the We Want Buffalo. And now we've got Bruins clinch 1 seed, draw a perfect playoff opponent.
I mean, I guess if you're in Boston's shoes, you're either going to play the Sabres or Carolina. And I guess if you just look at it like, oh, Carolina's been there, done that. They're an established playoff team, a perennial favorite. Or you could just play the hottest team in hockey in the Buffalo Sabres and want to play them. You know, all the power to you.
Last 4 months, hottest team in the league, no big deal.
No, but I get from the point of, it's a team that does not have the playoff experience, but it's going to be, I think from game one, the Sabres team is going to quiet those rumors because they've proven time and time again that, they're not just the same old Sabres team. And I think, too, with, the Sabres in the playoffs with the Bruins, it's going to be, I hope, just that return to the Lucic, Miller saga, and we just see that chaos from the get-go.
I'm like the Chihuahua with the Vietnam helicopters in the background. What? You want that to be happening? No, well, I want to be slamming them into the ground.
I don't think the rivalry's been anywhere close to being a rivalry since that point happened. It's been feel dead. I want the rivalry to return, like how it felt in that time, how it felt growing up that, oh, we hate the Bruins. Now it's just like, oh, they're a team in our division. So I'm hoping the playoffs return that.
I just need to mention about this headline. I was sound slick. I found it funny that it words it as #1 WC seed. So if like you're not a hockey fan, you're like, oh, we're the #1 seed.
Yeah, #1 WC seed.
The framing of it is wild. And a perfect opponent. Love it.
You were the fourth best in your division out of 8 teams, pal. Yeah. That's the way I would say it. With that said, speaking of friends, game 1 drum banger. This is going to sound, you know what? People are looking too much into it. They're thinking that it has to be symbolic of the drought, and that's why they're missing this obvious one. Game 1 drum banger from me, Brad May.
Ooh.
Mayday against the Bruins.
Yes.
He's accessible. Get him pumped up. Beat Boston should be the message. You shouldn't be thinking about anything. Shouldn't be thinking about the 15-year drought. Shouldn't be thinking about anything resembling run. Should be thinking about beating Boston, and that's what number 10 Brad May goes out there and shows you.
They do have a quarterback with the last name May in Boston.
Yeah, well, he's
just
got an E on the end.
Yeah. You could just counterattack that and have Josh Allen bang the drum.
He's a game 2 guy for me.
I don't. I don't know if
Josh
he's got the
Allen's
free time
Josh
right now.
Allen's a game 1 Stanley Cup final guy, I think.
You think so?
What-
Of that caliber.
When do you pull Josh Allen out? Is it like a game 7? Like, okay, we need
I think
We need the
I
big
think
guns.
It's game
Yeah.
1, either Eastern Conference final or Stanley Cup final, or like you said, if you get to a 7 in maybe the second round.
I think it would be Eastern Conference final, but the 7 would be a possibility
we
for
can't
sure.
repeat drum bangers, right? So it's like you only get one Josh Allen card. When do you play
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Pretty
It's
much.
a breaking case of emergency. It's a signal.
Although
flare
it
to the
would be
sky.
sick if they just had
Yeah.
out every game.
single
All right,
game.
he's back, folks.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you guys mine. Originally, a couple weeks back, we posed this question. I said Hasek. Changing it up.
Oh.
Changing my mind. I think it's going to be Ryan Miller.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be Ryan Miller. He's got the free time. San Jose's out. We can get him in here. And again, the Lucic of it all.
I was
You would
gonna
say
say-
that's
I'm
when
with
dark
you. I
days
was gonna
I'm
started.
with you there.
Ryan Miller has the opportunity to do the funniest thing
Yeah.
that ever happened. If he literally just like opens up the shirt or whatever, it just says "fuck Lucic,"
Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Oh my God.
Yeah.
or just Lucic was a bitch. I'm sorry. I know.
Or
I
a
don't know
piece
if
of
we'll get
shit.
that,
Yeah,
but
Lucic was a piece of
we
shit.
should.
For sure.
We
But yeah.
should.
All eyes on the game 1 drum banger for sure. But it's time for all eyes to be on Flashback Friday, sponsored by our friends at William Matar Law Offices. We've even got some Trainwreck flashbacks today. Whatever. Woo! I got one back. Okay. Trainwreck flashback on this day 2 years ago. We signed Marcus Fuqua, All-American from UB, to an NIL deal. Great business with Marcus. Who can forget Home Run Derby at Sports City Pizza Pub and
Yep.
many more awesome events? Very fun. I don't think Marcus Fuqua knew what a Home Run Derby was.
No,
if I
yeah.
recall
He's
correctly.
too focused on leading the country in collegiate interceptions.
And eating wings. He
Yeah.
was housing. that night.
Housing
Yeah.
wings.
He was absolutely housing.
This is going to be one of those things someday, in like 5-10 years, it's going to be trivia about us. It'll be on the Wikipedia page. Who was the first media company to sign an NIL deal with an athlete? And your answer for that, folks, in Buffalo, New York.
In Buffalo, yes.
Buffalo, New York is
What
Trainwreck
is
Sports.
Trainwreck Sports? Ding!
And then shout out to my boys Carter and Cooper, official 1-year anniversary of the Twin Stripe Reporters and myself doing shows together. I think we're at like episode 12 overall. So we're at a good gate, considering that they're only, double-digit ages themselves barely. That's a good run. Also hooked up with them at Fanatics Fest.
Yeah,
I'll never forget
met these young men in
I'll
person.
never forget your reaction to seeing them at Fanatics Fest. It was so funny because they had the PB&J thing.
Yeah, they had the uncrusted. They were sitting.
Slick crumbled, but he saw.
Number 12. The original Roger Clemens number.
Yes.
Because they both had their like different NFL jerseys on, and there was this baseball podcast happening. It was like the media row aspect of Fanatics Fest, and they were front and center eating their Uncrustables, sitting next to each other like twins do. Like,
They were locked in.
It's just locked in.
literally, when
Yeah.
you talk about a 12-year-old licked in for his life, so it's just like it was. I mean,
laser focus.
it was very funny. And then we had a great time. I mean, geez, we were running around a VIP area. On one shoulder we had the Twin Stripe Reporters, on the other shoulder we had John Cena, Randy Orton, and the Undertaker.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was absolutely
Like little did
unbelievable.
these 12-year-old young men know that we were standing mere feet away
we were
from
feeling- we were
the
feeling like-
wrestling goat.
We were feeling like boys for sure.
Yeah, it's
Speaking
crazy.
of the boys, 2019, a crazy year for our Buffalo football Bills on this Flashback Friday. The NFL in 2019 announced this on this day that the Bills will be playing on Thanksgiving. Now, I know that we've come a long way, but this is a BFD.
This is huge. What
This is
first
massive.
like massive national TV spot in quite some time, right?
Long time. I think it was our first time playing Thanksgiving in forever, like
Yeah.
in 30 years or whatever. And then, the way it turned out with the Josh Allen fumble that he picks up.
Would you
That
say
was-
that was
that-
like the coming out party for Josh?
That was his national coming out party for sure.
Yeah.
His
We all knew it was
his
there.
baby gazelle running was the Vikings game.
Yeah.
When,
Yep.
when he was running over
The hurdle.
when he was hurdling the linebacker and he's diving for the touchdown.
That was like a 1
then
p.m.
on a national scale, because those are all the moments where you're like, I've never seen like someone do that. That was
Yep.
crazy. He's only evolved since that. But yeah, the picking up the ball, I'll never forget it. Like I'll never forget the fumble. Like because I just never seen a quarterback pick up a ball when they fumbled it, like in the pile.
And
like
then
that.
let alone like jump
And
the
then
entire
dragging
line
defenders
and drag
for
four
sure.
defenders down with him. And then get up with Selly hard, too.
Busy day for Buffalo on this day in 2019 because Ed Oliver was also in for a pre-draft visit from Houston. Hopefully he got some good weather on that day. Either way, he would become a Buffalo Bill for the following 7 years, and still a big piece of hopefully what we're going to accomplish this year. Speaking of accomplish, Trey White accomplished a lot in a Bills uniform, but last year on this day, 1 year ago, he returned to the Buffalo football Bills. I think that meant a lot to him. His first Instagram post, don't check me on this, but if you go to his Instagram page, he didn't post on his Instagram for like 5 years.
Yeah, he went dark.
At the end of 2021, and then he posted again after last season ended, and it was all about how like everyone doubted him and Buffalo brought him back, and like he was so like happy and everything.
You and I had the chance to talk to his wife at training camp too. They were thrilled to be back.
Oh my gosh, the White family are the best, for sure. So hopefully, maybe we'll see one more year out of Trey. Who knows? Sabres on this day select a lot of Boston memories.
Yeah, there was a lot of memories in general, but I figured, just get 4 of them for our good friend William Matar and keep them to strictly Boston since our eyes are focused on the Bruins this upcoming Sunday. What's the first one we got there? I believe 1983. 83.
4-3 win at home. Make Mike Ramsey, the Ramsey Bros scoring. Yep. Anderchuk and McCourt. So those are some classic names. I mean, geez, Anderchuk.
Yeah, seriously.
Are you kidding me? 1999, a 2-1 road loss to Boston. So the cool thing about these ones were these were like, if I saw correctly, quarterfinals games, but they were on like Fox.
Yeah.
Like I'm just telling you, like, so they were like the graphics and everything. You had the big, remember, I don't know if Fox still has like the big metal robot for like the NFL, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, for sure.
But I think they had him for the NHL and hockey when they were doing like that coverage. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Also, remember Fox had the pacer, the thing on the puck that like kind of showed where it was. Kind of annoying, but also made it easy to track where it was.
Not a big
5-3 home loss versus Boston on 2010 on this date. And then on this date in 2013, a shootout win against the Bruins. Vanek and Hodgson score in regulation. Miller, 41 saves on 43 shots. That's impressive.
Yeah, they were peppering us, and I think we had 10 less shots in that game as well, around there.
Oh, my gosh. You gave me a scroll here with this wrestling.
Oh dude,
what a day.
Yeah, it's beefy.
WCW Spring Stampede in 1994. We got, Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat draw for the WCW. Wow, 94, we may have to watch that one for sure. Stunning Steve Austin.
Stunning Steve on the card.
Geez.
Yeah, crazy.
Not stunning
and
Steve
what was the
Austin.
result in that? I feel like they're...
Stunning Steve Austin beats the Great Muta by DQ for the U.S. title.
Yeah,
they're thrown over the top rope, illegal in WCW.
Yeah, I mean, no wonder he went over to the greener pastures.
ECW was filmed at the Flickinger Center downtown.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep. Like 3,000 fans, 4,000 people in the Flickinger Center in Buffalo, New York. What year was this?
1999.
Oh, it was 99?
Peak Attitude Era,
yeah, that's
essentially.
So that is like Sandman's ECW.
Yeah, like right before the official Attitude Era. That's crazy. 2001, Kane loses a hardcore title match, wins tag titles with Undertaker in the main event over Christian Edge. That's just madness from 2001 Classic. 2011, we had a TNA angle. Kurt Angle in a Ultra Male Rules 2 out of 3 falls match. What is that? Oh, Jeff Jarrett. Oh,
yeah.
My internet dad beat him.
Yeah. The name of the match is just ridiculous. Absurd.
Ultra Male Rules.
But so basically it went first fall is first fall submission, second fall pinfall, and then third escape the cage match.
Oh, jeez.
And I think Jeff Jarrett would come out victorious in that one with the 2 out of 3. Yes. Escaping the cage for the last fall.
And then what happened? Do you remember what happened in the main event? RVD and Mr. Anderson fall to
Stinger, yeah.
In the triple threat for the heavyweight title. 2017, Strowman and Big Show collapsed the ring.
Yeah.
Do you remember the original spot?
It was Big Show and Brock, right?
Yeah. Which is crazy. It was basically like 15 years before.
I saw our guy Chris Van Fleet did an interview with the Big Show recently. He had a cool moment where they kind of broke that down. Watching that as a kid, like I thought that was real shit.
Oh, dude, but that was a great kayfabe moment
for sure. And
Show went offline.
Show talks about how they preserved it so well until they repeated the spot, which he was against.
Yeah,
but Vince wanted to do it again, believe it or not.
Of course. Do you remember the ref when Big Show and Brock hit like diving like a second too late, like you can tell if you look at him, like it's so funny. He launches himself out of the ring.
So good.
And happy late birthday to our legend, Rowdy Piper, for sure on this day. Don, a little bit less on the music side of things, thank goodness.
Yeah, so 1970, we talked about this, I think last Flashback Friday was the official breakup of the Beatles announced, and Paul promoting his solo album. So that solo album was released today in 1970. And actually, a year later, 1971, on today, all 4 Beatles had solo singles in the UK charts, all separately. Paul McCartney with Another Day, John Lennon with Power to the People, George Harrison with My Sweet Lord, and Ringo Starr, Don't Come Easy. Big fan of My Sweet Lord. That's probably George
Power to
Harrison's
the People is a
big
classic for
hit.
sure.
Yep, that's when John was deep. Him and Yoko, doing their bed-ins in Manhattan.
The
and everything.
Yoko, I mean, I'm sure there's so much more I have to uncover, but that Yoko clip, I'm gonna punch myself now with the folk singer.
Yeah.
And him saying that was like his dream co-performance or whatever or something, and then her doing that, just unbelievable.
Yeah, you can find a lot of clips of that. That's a well we don't need to dig into right now. You can we'll save that for another day when there's less going on in the sports world and dog days of summer. But 1982, Johnny Cash hosts SNL. Elton John performs. Wow, that's an all-star lineup right there.
Yeah.
And then 2019, Beyonce releases a live Coachella set album and Netflix doc in the same day.
Same damn day.
She hit it.
Queen Bee.
She hit it. Queen Bee in that one for sure. 2011 on this date, Thor premieres in Australia.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a big deal. Well,
Yeah,
why in
because
Australia?
it's Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman.
Good job.
Yeah.
Like that one. Yeah, Thor also, they were nervous. I mean, again, it's funny because now they're back to uncertain about the Marvel movies of it all, even though they're putting $1 billion into Doomsday. But yeah, they weren't sure what was going to happen with Thor. And then on this day, Game of Thrones premiering on HBO. I mean, I'm sorry, Thrones. You've never seen Thrones.
Never seen Thrones.
You've never seen Thrones.
Seen House of Dragon.
You never seen Thrones?
Nope.
You've seen House of Dragon, but not Thrones.
Were you a Thrones guy?
Yeah, well, Haley's.
That's okay.
seen
It's
Thrones.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It's I've heard there's a lot of dicks, a lot of nudity, a lot of
What?
sex,
Oh, a
and
ton
then
of
a lot of
penises.
violence.
In
So,
Game of Thrones?
might be good.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Game of Thrones.
Full
has-
frontal male
What?
nudity
Game of
up the
Thrones has
wazoo.
everything
Wait,
flying around.
wait.
Limp, flaccid dicks everywhere.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
Don't
What?
say whoa. He's confirming it. It's true.
He's like, whoa,
What's
shit out of
wrong?
the light. Like, I'm going to stop something that
What's
came out
wrong?
8 years
Is
ago.
there's nothing wrong with the limp.
No,
flaccid dick.
there's nothing wrong. I just Game of Thrones never struck me as like a penis show. You know?
Oh, well, just to be clear, they had more penis than everyone, but they also had 10x the titties.
Yeah, yeah.
So just to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
you gotta ratio it out.
They were oversaturating you with so much boobs that when the occasional penis that you weren't even.
I
you
was
weren't
the
even,
second you started to get slightly
You
aroused.
weren't even thrown.
I don't want to bring this show completely sideways, but I was listening to a podcast where they said that certain actors actually use a prosthetic penis.
Oh, for
'cause
sure.
They don't want to show the.
Well, there was one where they gave the guy a 2-foot hog.
No.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
What did that guy do to
Speaking
deserve
of
that?
this weekend is an absolute hog. Just to be clear, we'll run it through. So obviously we have our Friday night, which we're all enjoying. We got the Banditos in Oshawa closing out the season. Got to make sure there could be a huge standings. Banditos could potentially lock down the 1 seed still. I mean, what a season it's been in the NLL, of course, as we go down that stretch run. Tomorrow night, we got 418, but it's 420 at Herbal IQ. So we got all the amazing vendors. We got all the best products there. We'll definitely be hanging out there. I know the boys will be closing out Saturday night there as well. And then, of course, 419, Sunday, game day.
Yeah.
Game day lot across from Hofbrauhaus. We'll have all the best entertainment. I hear we have more breaking news and guests coming as far as news, but keep an eye on the lookout for that. Go to GameDayBuffalo.com. Go and book your tickets to make sure your game day is secured. Don't wait and leave it to the last second like the NHL did with all that madness. Yep, you should shout out our friends there at the Buffalo Goal Zone tailgate. With that said, what should we want to hit on first? WrestleMania and expectations or the McDermott of it all?
Let's go to McDermott because I didn't read the article, but Don did.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much really there to talk about. It's an interesting, human interest piece. I'll say that. It's not really a piece if you're looking for juicy football gossip, and just talking about what he's been up to, moved down to the south side of Charlotte, and that he's just kind of using it as a time. McDermott, he's an expert at coach speak. So even in an interview with the article, it's he's been just being a dad, taking the kids to and from school, watching softball games, But then in between it all, watching, like grinding like 6 to 8 hours of film, like in his room with in
6
his
to
office.
8 hours of film has to feel almost like an off day compared to what he was doing before. Right?
Yeah,
He was going to be 12 to 14.
Yeah, so he wants to be ready when the call comes, but he also was saying he's kind of just enjoying the time off. Said he talked to a couple of like what he'd say are like people he respects. One of them, Steve Spagnuolo, got the best of his team repeatedly in the playoffs. But he said, hey, I took some time off after, because they coached in Philly together. He's like, after the Philly, I took some time off because he had his head coach stint, didn't work out.
First one fizzled out. Yep.
Yeah. And then he went to Kansas City. And then he talked with Mike McCarthy, who, like, I actually, if you remember, won here in Buffalo. And he took a year off both after the Green Bay stint and after the Dallas stint. So that he was kind of just like, yeah, a lot of guys have been saying like, and Mike McCarthy did have an interesting blurb where he said, the first break after Green Bay, I was film. Second one, he was like, it's all good. I'm family. And he's like, that was way more rewarding. So that was kind of the advice he gave to Sean. And it just talked about how he was very proud of what he accomplished here. And he said it wasn't just me, but it was the team. We accomplished a lot. Made a note to say I broke the drought first year. Made to the playoffs every year after the year after when they drafted Josh. And he's just very proud of all. It didn't seem, obviously I don't expect him to say anything nasty about Buffalo, but it's kind of just like a keeping up with Sean McDermott piece then. Like
it's hard, like for him to look back in retrospect. I know the fans want to give him fury for playoff outcomes and everything like that. He left the Buffalo Bills in a much, much, much better spot than he found them, for sure. And as far as league-wide respect, as far as reputation, for certain. So that you can't take away, no doubt about it. But speaking of reputation and hype and excitement, WrestleMania this weekend. We'll be covering it. We'll be talking wrestling with emotion on the platform. So keep an eye out to Wrestle W Emotion for this big weekend ahead. No doubt there will be some crazy news. We got Saturday night. We got Cody Rhodes versus
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton for the future of the industry, apparently.
Pat McAfee back to save the business.
It's
back to save the business and remind everyone what wrestling is. The Attitude Era style wrestling.
Real quick, does The Rock get involved?
No. Because Saturday night, like that, unless you want to just give a freebie Saturday and try to bring in tickets for that Sunday. I mean, I don't know. It seems like Pat might have some involvement in the Roman and Punk of it all, too.
It's bleeding over. It's bleeding over. People are saying there could be an Authority 3.0 coming in.
I think I would love it. Will he show up, just ruin something and dip again? It's possible. Fans will love it. They'll pop no matter what. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
What about you?
No, I don't think it's going to happen either. I think The Rock's too busy with his shit and thinks everything's good now. Moana did good. The live.
Yeah, how about that transformation?
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what call they make on that. But speaking of calls, boys, it's not time for a message. It's not time for a call. It is time for some FaceTime.
One of our favorite guys that does not wear pants. How we doing, Tooth?
What's up, boys? It's good to be me. Listen, I've been living in a hovel essentially for the last 14 years. Now, KeyBank Center is a paradise where everyone wants to be. Come on in and enjoy my palace.
This is your first playoff run since you've recolored yourself, potentially. I want to say.
Whoa! Yeah, I mean, listen. We're not talking appearance. I don't play for my appearance. I don't care about my appearance. What matters to me is that logo on the front of the jersey. My crest loyalty is in my DNA. Okay, so don't question that and don't question that.
Hey, Tooth, longtime listener, first-time caller here. There's a lot of talk 05-06 night when you repelled from the ceiling to give that jolt to the fans. Do you think we'll see something similar this postseason, or are you going to keep the feet on the ground?
Listen, this cat likes to meow, okay? But at the end of the day, coming down from the roof, coming down from the ceiling, the cat's got old hips. You know how much hip surgery, you know how much pet insurance, you know how much cat insurance costs nowadays?
Hips
Listen,
don't lie either.
We got to be diligent. We got to make sure we're not staying too close to the cap, okay? We got to make sure we're right at that floor where we got to be. But I'm making sure that we are entertained. You've seen me in the crowd. I've been twerking at an all-time rate.
Yeah, I in regards to the twerking, like there's been a lot of talk that you've gotten a little more aggressive, a little spicier. I saw you last game when a player went to the box. You were rubbing your little tush right up against the glass against that player. What's been the inspiration behind this? And is there really, a line you won't cross to get the crowd going?
Listen, I'm the most tenured member of this roster, okay? I was here when this place was the Athens Center.
He's got a point.
I was here when this place was HSBC Arena, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm leading from the front. Aggressive and spicier, you're saying I'm being? That's exactly what I want our guys to be out there. I want them to be a little more aggressive with those Bostonians. I want them to be a little bit spicier with those SOBs from the T-City. Is it the T-City? I don't know. But
Yeah.
I'm a cat. What else do I know?
Who
I got to
cares?
get back.
Mass
I
holes.
gotta go chase a ball of yarn later, boys.
All right, thanks, Tooth.
Whoa!
Oh,
This
man.
is a first-time appearance. It seems like a habit.
Don would be so pumped
Thanks
right
for
now.
coming in, Beck.
Yeah, no problem, boys. Yeah, pumped to be here. Appreciate the love on the show. Just looking forward to win some hockey games.
It seems like you'll do whatever it takes to win hockey games. Might be the guy with the biggest gut on the team that Don always refers to. Have you always just been a savage blocking shots left and right, doing whatever it takes, putting your body on the line?
Yeah, listen, pain is temporary. Pride and glory are forever, man. I live by that. And listen, I try to tune out the noise, but I know a lot of the fans, you're a little traumatized. You didn't really like the move when I came in here. And instead of being a little pissy about that, I said, I'm going to prove myself. I'm going to win this team over. And back check, forecheck, paycheck, and winning hockey games. That's what it's all about.
Mr. Malenstein, there's a lot of talk this offseason of a certain free agent, Alex Tuck, getting all the talk of should they bring him back. But he's not the fastest skater in NHL history and the single season hit leader for the Sabres. What are your thoughts on just, maybe people passing up on you as the hottest free agent this offseason?
Listen, we got a cup to win, so I'm focused on that. But, I'd love to be back, and I'd love for Tucky to be back too. I just want to do whatever I can to help my team win. And listen, the speed and hits go hand in hand. I kind of try to use myself as, a little like a slingshot in there, kind of, like Talladega Nights. Slingshot in there, slingshot myself into guys, bring the pain, and win some hockey games.
Okay, I like that. Beck, have you obviously, this is a time where you got to size up, probably want to use your body best you can. Have you talked to your brother Franken about this postseason?
Franken, man, yeah. I mean, he's coming out tonight. Listen, get through this series, and the bolts are definitely coming out. You might say sometimes
bolts for the bolts.
Bolts for the bolts, and hey, I got a couple screws loose, but that's what helps me win hockey games.
Whoa. All right. Sounds like you might need a tissue. We'll let you get back to that.
You back.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you, man. What do we got next?
All
Bring him in.
Whoa! Are you kidding me?
My God.
Who ran the budget for this episode?
This is all Sabres all the time.
Our
man.
guy PG, thanks for popping in. Busy time in the Saberhood, One Bills Drive. It's all happening.
Yeah, I mean, we're just coming off of tax day, and I'm just been collecting all my receipts from the past, several years of being COO of the Sabres, the Bills, the Bandits, and I've just been glad to share them with everyone the past couple days.
Pete, there's direct evidence that backs up that the beer saber and winning hockey games, there's direct correlation. What do you have to say to those people?
Yeah, and I mean, if there's one thing I like, it's numbers, and those numbers don't lie. Granted, I threw everyone a bone getting an online Sabre store just this past week. So if you're asking for beer Sabres in the playoffs, I can only do so much right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the store. Was it planned all along to kick it off for the playoffs? Were you that, confident we'd be going to the playoffs? Or was this just the earliest the Tex could get it up? Because people have been clamoring since about December for an online store.
Yeah, I mean, we were more focused on winning hockey games and getting a store online. And, we had to take care of business first on the ice before we could, make a lot of money in the online store with some playoff gear. But it's finally live. We finally have playoff hockey. And, I hear a lot of people been wanting the store. So I'm glad we could, throw a bone to some of our fans.
All right. Any special promotions for this playoff run? Speaking of a bone to the fans, anything coming back? Maybe any giveaways? Any items?
Oh, well, you got to be the first in line. There's going to be 500 items given away to the first 500 fans in the stands. So there's going to be lines around the block. So get down to the plaza early, enjoy the festivities, and I told you we'd be back here. I got more receipts to share, so be careful what you tweet at me during the playoffs.
All right. Thank you, Pete. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
coming by.
Pete.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Pete.
Hope to have you around
What else
sometime.
we got?
Whoa!
The maniac, the other maniac.
I was gonna say there's room
Yeah.
for multiple Zachs on this show. Welcome, Mr. Metza. How are we doing?
What's up, brothers? Let me tell you something. These Buffalo Sabres are on a war path.
Love it. So you're paired mostly with Stanley. We don't know what the game one lineup's going to look like. I hope you're in it. But what's it like being paired with Loger?
Loger's an interesting guy. He listens to orchestra music before going out, and then he just goes whoops some ass, and then gets involved in the offensive regime. So he's really been stepping up lately, proving a lot of people wrong that he belongs on the ice. I love playing with him. It's kind of a David and Goliath situation, some people are saying. But great guy, and he's going to be very active for this playoff run.
Zach, you're a national champion on the ice for Quinnipiac. You have that championship pedigree and experience.
Damn right.
Are you a guy that should be in the lineup game one and throughout this playoffs because you have experience winning titles?
Yeah, I think I've made my case. I'd love to help do whatever I can to help this team go on a Stanley Cup run. But ultimately, I'm just going to do whatever I can when I'm out there if my number is called upon. Put passes in the right spot, be in the right positions, and guard the right guy that I need to. I think what I did at Quinnipiac is great, but I'm trying to bring a Stanley Cup back to Buffalo.
Speaking of which, how do you take it one shift at a time despite all your success? You've obviously had a good run. Metzamania is running wild, but playoff hockey is going to be a new animal.
Yeah, it is. I'm excited. The KeyBank Center's been rocking lately. I've seen all the support for the Metzamaniacs out there. And, the playoffs are going to be crazy in Buffalo. Taking it one shift at a time is hard, but, when you're chomping at the bit to get back on the ice. But I just love watching my teammates succeed. So it's pretty easy when you have a brotherhood like this one and go back and throw some beers back with the boys after a big dub.
You got a bit of a baby face too, Zach. Are you able to grow a playoff beard for us this postseason, or are you going to keep it clean?
We'll see. I think it'll start to come in after round one, so we'll need to be making a deep run if we want to see a playoff beard on the Metzamaniac.
Metz, I got one more for you.
What's up, brother?
A video of Sturm, Bruins coach, released. He says, we're excited for this matchup. He says, we're bigger, we're stronger, we're more physical. We just have to be smart and go after them. Do you think that? Do you think they're bigger, stronger?
Oh, well, I wouldn't necessarily say that with my own mouth, but it doesn't matter. He laid it out right there for you. None of those things matter if you're the smarter hockey player, and I believe we have the smarter, more intelligent hockey players and more skilled on our Buffalo Sabres bench. It doesn't matter about size. You can throw your weight around all you want. At the end of the day, we're going to put more pucks in the back of the net than Boston.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, boys. I'm ready to run wild through Boston and Buffalo. Let's go, Sabres!
Okay.
All right, love it.
Fans are ready to run wild, Don. And speaking of running wild, we have some check-ins on the CRASHOUT line, the Trainwreck Sports CRASHOUT line, sponsored by our friends at William Mattar Law Offices. Some action, some tectonic activity.
Yeah, we got an old friend and a new friend. So I'm going to check in with the old friend first, giving us his best from Albany.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Mendez from Albany. I'm hoping you guys are doing good. Hanging in there, having fun. It's been a busy off-season for me, working my ass off. Yeah, I just wanted to say you guys fucking rock. Keep grinding. I also wanted to say I am a Rangers fan, okay? There, I said it's the truth. My dad's from New York City. But I will say this. Ooh, Sabres on the warpath. Period. That's it. That's all it needs to be right now. New York or nowhere, from top to bottom, bitch. Let's fucking go, Sabres.
Let's go, man.
Hitting us with the Sabres on the warpath. I do have to say too, I don't know. Growing up, like I never really had a problem with the Rangers. You know what I mean? They're not like if I'm thinking of Eastern Conference like foes, rivals. I don't know, like I liked when Gretzky went there. I'd watch those games. Mark Messier finally winning a cup with them that one year. That was a good story. I don't really have any Rangers hate personally. They did steal Drury from us, but
they were a rival that one year, and like, but the thing is, you know why I feel like they don't feel like a rival, because it's just like Miller always got the better of Lundqvist.
Well, we played them in that one series,
and we beat them.
That's what I mean. It never really felt. It always feels like when they've been good, we've been bad, and when we've been good, they've been bad. So we haven't seen a lot of each other.
I hate to say it, but like Lundqvist was kind of like the Josh Allen trajectory, where he was like good enough to make like a Stanley Cup Finals and probably win one, but the team was kind of like holding him back at times for sure.
Yeah, but thanks, Mendez. Love you for giving us the Warpath chant. That's our guy. That's our guy. Now we got a new friend. This call, we might have to do something special for this guy because he's got a great story.
Okay.
Hey, my name's Colin. I'm calling from Saratoga Springs. Been a lifetime fan. My first game back in 2007 when I got to see them play. The last year they actually won a playoff game.
President's Trophy.
My best friend and I made a deal in 2011. The next home game in Buffalo, we're coming out. We made the promise every year at the start of the season. It's happening. I can't believe we've waited 15 years and 14 seasons and they won't just freaking tell us when this game is. We have 2 hotels booked. We're ready to come out Saturday morning or Sunday. Just lead us this time. We don't need to wait any longer. This has been too long. Just give us Saturday. Give us a day game. And sorry I'm talking so low. My 5-month-old's on my chest. His first season, we're making the playoffs. Let's go, Buffalo.
Bring in the family.
Bring in the 5-month-old into the
If you're
Saberhood.
traveling, we got someone traveling from Saratoga Springs. It's about 5 hours away. Like he's saying, give us a day game. They got hotels already both Saturday and Sunday booked because they didn't know. I mean, this really screwed over a lot of the traveling people with how late it was announced. And now, like, yeah, if you're traveling, it's a Sunday night game. You got to drive back to work. But I don't know. Can we help our guy out, Colin, if he wants to, see us at the game day lot or something?
Yeah, we'll have to figure out something to get him to the game day lot. No doubt about it.
Yeah, Colin, reach out to us.
Hit the inbox, Colin.
Text us in that number or DM us on the socials. If you and your buddy, making a promise that you're holding 14 years later, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's diehard fan. Hit us up and we'll get you to a tailgate spot.
Listen, you don't have to make a promise or hold anything for 14 years. You can take GameDayBuffalo.com and make your game day happen.
That's some Crest loyalty right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time Crest loyalty. I'm not talking toothpaste. All right, with that said, speaking of shiny things, we've got a guy here who's ready to rock. To cap off our week here on Trainwreck today, make some noise for Pop Culture Corner with our guy, Nick Polinsky.
I love the music. I'm so happy to finally have intro music.
What's up?
First of all, just let me start by saying, Slick, I love the fit today. What was the inspiration for that?
Metsamania is about to run wild through the playoffs, brother.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you who else is running wild.
Okay.
These chimpanzees. Have you guys been following this rare ape civil war?
No, I saw this and I'm very intrigued by your bullet point.
Yeah, this bullet point seemed like something that would be on SNL Jeopardy that would then be mispronounced by the Sean Connery.
Well, is this like a Planet of the Apes spinoff?
Yeah, were they Caesar inspired?
The thing is, we don't really know. Here's what we do know. For about 8 years, there have been these 200 great apes that have been living peacefully in Uganda's Kibale National Park.
Right on.
Around 2015, their bonds begin deteriorating a little bit. That June, some of the Ngogo chimpanzees, as they're called, chased off their companions, and they kind of split into 2 factions, the Central and the Western groups. Chimps from one group begin attacking and killing those in the other group, and this turns into an escalated period of lethal violence.
So this isn't a civil war. This is ape gang violence.
Well, no, because like the entire community of apes, it wasn't like a gang thing. It was literally like a north and south thing. Like they've broken
they're
up.
like north side and south side. I
guess I could kind of see it. But basically, this once great clan of apes is fractured into 2 separate clans. They're living, they're reproducing independently. There's this trio of apes that's kind of leading one of them. We're not really sure what caused the split. A lot of our researchers are suggesting that the group previously lost several adult males who were serving as like intermediaries or peacekeepers between the rival factions. And this causes the relationships to deteriorate, and we see a change in the male dominance hierarchy. Where the hell are the woman apes? What are the woman apes doing? Is what I.
They should be calling the shots.
Hopefully, they're manifesting some peace between all this.
If the women were in charge here, I don't think this would be happening. But yes, these gorillas are
good for?
Literally, they're quite literally beating each other to death in organized.
Dude, that's really
the craziest
fucked
thing
up,
that's
to be
happening.
honest.
This is
rolling on the good vibes into the weekend.
do you want to know the craziest thing about
and
this?
some people wake up and are like, I would love a chimpanzee for a pet.
Does the UN need to get
What stage of the
involved?
Planet of the Apes movies are we at right now? We're like in the early number 2.
I think so.
Yeah, nowhere close to
okay,
the set
This
off.
is actually weirdly
What's
enough
the
the
craziest
second
part?
time this has happened. So Jane Goodall was documenting this
Okay,
was
so it's
happening
definitely a civil war.
in Tanzania. So yes, strange things going on there for sure. I just wanted to make sure we were all aware of this. Sounds like those gorillas might be in some hot water.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope they can recover from this, to be honest.
As do I. You know who else is in some hot water?
Uh-oh.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh no.
So if you can
Our
believe
second
this,
favorite Carpenter.
after Jesus?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
She's
So-
my top 2 and not 2. Sorry. Go ahead.
Who rounds out the top 3 best carpenters, though? Because now we need to know.
I said top 2, though.
The top 3. Who's going to be our third?
Well, I'm actually ranking above Sabrina the Carpenters, the siblings.
That's probably
Really
it then.
bad.
Yeah.
Fair.
Jesus, the Carpenters.
I'd have also said, hey, Harrison Ford was a carpenter before he was an actor.
Was he?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
He sure as hell wasn't a pilot.
He's still a pilot, and he's still crashing those planes. What the hell is he doing? But no, Sabrina Carpenter is giving her Coachella set. She's at her piano on the main stage. Fan in the audience lets out this call of celebration. It's a gruta, it's called. Carpenter pauses the set, says, I think I just heard someone yodel. Is that what you're doing? I don't like it. Fan yells back, it's my culture. Carpenter responds, that's your culture is yodeling? That's weird. I don't like this. Is this Burning Man? What's going on? So this is a zagruta, also known as ululation. Shakira did it a couple of years ago at the Super Bowl, if we recall. It's kind of like a high-pitched vocal call. It's common across Arab and Middle Eastern and North African cultures. It's traditionally used as an expression of joy during weddings, births, parties, what have you. It really bears no connection to yodeling. What do we think? Do we think Sabrina Carpenter is maybe just being a little insensitive here? She did put out a response.
I think there was some momentary insensitivity to it, but she's on stage. She should have no sold it. That's what she should have done.
Yeah.
I think she got a little frazzled, probably nervous, probably ramped up, adrenaline rush. Said something, I don't think what she said was disrespectful. People are just saying her ignorance in this case is disrespectful, essentially.
I'll have a hot take. I think you're allowed to not like things.
Agreed.
Other people's you don't have to hate them and say it's less equal to your culture, but I could be like, yeah, I don't like that. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
It's fair.
I mean, it is her concert.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
I think that was just kind of
crowd
a weird place to do it, right?
That's a crowd
agreed, and
participation.
I've never heard
it's
of
like
that.
if they're doing it, everyone's cheering, woo, yeah, and then you're doing your yodel in the group, yeah, but it is kind of disruptive. It's quiet, about to start a piano ballad, and then as a performer, when people take that time, same thing at comedy shows where there's a pause. They're like, you know what? It's about me now.
That's
I'm
fair.
gonna make this loud. No, it is kind of disruptive.
Like
so
in
I'll
2012.
defend her on that.
In 2012, when you walked by a small pillar and someone was planking on it, did you have to like that?
Yeah.
Did you have to enjoy that?
No, that
Yeah.
shit was weird.
no. So
And that was our culture.
That was our
white people
culture.
culture.
That was our
Planking
culture.
on historical
So I'm just saying,
monuments.
I think right there you have your end game is that you do not have to love all parts of culture. You can respect it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it.
When people were T-bowing in the middle of a
Oh my God,
staircase.
T-bowing?
I forgot
If I
about
saw
that.
people in
Oh
other
my
countries
God.
T-bowing, I'd be like, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
My culture is not your costume, as they say.
Exactly.
I'll plank on whatever monument I damn well please. You know who else was maybe doing some weird shit at Coachella? A lot of weird shit was going on at Coachella. Justin Bieber. Have we seen Justin Bieber set?
I saw parts. Yeah. I thought it was cool.
Justin Bieber and his laptop are headlining Coachella. Half an hour, middle of a set. He's just kind of sitting behind his laptop and singing along to his old music videos. He's literally in real time searching them up on YouTube and like playing them over the sound system. Is
Yeah.
that weird? Is that just low effort? Was that just Justin?
Well,
being
we
like,
did
Zach
talk about
loved
this
it.
a little bit.
I thought it was good.
I liked it. It was like a intimate kind of thing with the fans. Also, there's I think something with the rights to the music, his old music, in some regard, that he can't just outright sing it, and he has to do that. But I'm not sure the logistics. I thought it was cool though.
Because he was still singing it. He's just doing it over the
I
YouTube
Yeah,
video.
but
Kinda
the
weird.
newer songs he didn't like need to
I
do
wonder
any
if
of that.
the Coachella videos released on YouTube got copyright
Probably.
flagged for sharing YouTube. It's like a
No, he's-
YouTube fractal system. Like
Oh no, you
videos
can
of
watch it.
videos.
There was some Coachella channel. It was free for
Oh.
sure.
He's got the
yeah.
premium. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he performed no new songs though. Not Yummy. He didn't play Yummy for us.
Yeah, I guess not. I saw him sing like daisies and stuff. I thought
Yummy was crazy to me because obviously, like, you got that yummy, yummy, yummy.
you got that yummy
song
yum.
he wrote about
Yeah,
his wife. There were 5 writers on that song. I want you to imagine Justin Bieber in a room with like 5 fucking writers beating his head against the wall, being like, I can't figure out what to put down, and that's what they settled on. I believe so.
It'd be funny if he's like, I want all 5 of you to give me one word, don't talk to each other, give it to me on a piece of paper. He's just like, yummy? Okay. Yummy. Guys, I told you not to talk to each other.
Damn it.
Is this a joke?
Is this
and he's like,
telephone?
actually, it just kind of slaps.
Does it slap though?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
think-
not for me to
I'm
say.
not a believer, but I'm
Neither
not
am
a
I.
hater.
Like
so-
we said, hey, you're allowed to dislike things, and I am not a believer. Justin is not the only Justin making waves at Coachella. My favorite image of the week: Justin Trudeau at Coachella looking like a frat
yeah, I
boy.
gotta see this.
we have this
Perry.
pulled
He
up
was
even though our
well,
monitor
to be
is
fair,
down.
he was Oramaxing for his girlfriend Katy Perry. This was very much in a lot of environments. I feel like Justin Trudeau is the normal one who's comfortable, and Katy Perry has to kind of augment to that reality. This is Katy Perry's reality. Like
Right.
he's so out of his element
Well,
at Coachella.
I'll actually
It's so-
actually
What's up,
let
Don?
me give you some Canadian insight because I
Uh-oh.
toured with that Canadian band and the 2
Wait,
the-
no, it's just one word though, right? Canadian site.
Canadians. Yeah. But the 2 that led the band, the one was this very famous Tina Turner impersonator. Like that was her kind of thing. And then they spun off and did this other group. They would perform for like people in Parliament and higher ups in the government and stuff. And apparently Justin Trudeau went to a show and like got up on stage and was dancing with and he's very show busy. He's apparently been about this life. So I don't know. We think of our politicians as like tight buttoned up until Trump, kind of pretty much. But Justin Trudeau's kind of been this flamboyant.
He's always been a
I mean,
little
it's-
extra, no doubt.
Interesting we bring Trump up in this conversation because Trudeau to me is almost like one of the last remaining like pre-Trump heads of state. Well, he was until Carney took over. But it's really funny to see him almost as this beacon of normalcy, then turn around and be like a frat boy at Coachella.
I forget
it made me
that
laugh
he's
hard.
not. He doesn't like have like responsibilities anymore. Kind
I
of.
No,
forget
I
that.
like-
I forgot
this
that
guy
too.
was the leader.
I was like, because I go for a second. I go, wait, whoa, the
I-
prime
I
ministers
think-
are out to go like.
That's what
do
I thought.
trade
I
I
secrets.
think you guys are forgetting the infamous Halloween picture. So I don't think this is.
Oh my
completely-
God, I forgot. Trudeau
completely
did
off base with
blackface, yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, that's
jeez.
not good.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
it's
good.
not. I did forget about that.
It's not good.
Yeah, I guess
Trudeau.
it's always been a bit
But
strange.
Drewski did whiteface.
As long as it's funny, let the people decide.
I-
I'm not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
decide. Let the internet decide.
I think that's something. All right.
How did we
speaking
get
of-
here?
Robert Downey Jr. did it
Yeah,
in Tropic Thunder.
and people loved it.
I mean, that's a great.
Always
That was a
Sunny
great
did
film.
it.
I'm sorry.
Always Sunny did it. with
Always
Matt.
Sunny did it.
Yeah, so anyway,
This was not a path I meant to take us down.
But here we are.
So I'll tell you what else is going on in the world of Hollywood, in the world of television and film.
We were talking about prosthetic hogs earlier.
No, I was just over there listening. Yeah. I don't know about prosthetic hogs.
show's gone sideways.
Sabres make the playoffs. We're done.
Yeah. Bring us back, Nick. Bring us
Guys,
Come
back.
on, Nick. Reel
Come
us in.
on.
Something's leaking. We got
Uh-oh.
too many leaks.
Jesus Christ. All right, there's no coming back. We'll just keep powered for.
We have got too many leaks in Hollywood to plug. So first of all, Avatar: The Last Airbender. We all fans of that show. Great animated
of
show that
course.
ran on
Yeah.
Nickelodeon late 2000s.
My fave.
They obviously got this movie coming out. Nickelodeon's gonna be doing or has done. The Legend of Aang. It is a fully animated in the style of the original series movie. I believe the original cast isn't returning, but it continues the story. We haven't gotten a trailer or much of anything for that. And then over the weekend, the whole movie leaked.
The whole movie?
So what happens is some Twitter user is sharing fully animated, fully dubbed clips of this film. Says someone at Nickelodeon accidentally emailed it to him. What's his ransom? He says, I'm going to release the entire movie unless you release a trailer for the movie. That is the dumbest fucking ransom I have ever heard.
Is this a kid? Is this a child?
A true fan, honestly.
Yeah, they are. Like,
release this shit. If you had GTA 6 and you could just give it away to everyone, just release it.
That's hysterical. From what we've seen from the clips, one of them did come across my. It does look good. It looks cool. I'm excited to return to this universe. I liked Avatar. I liked Korra. I'm cool with it. I'm looking forward to this movie for sure. But what just a dumbass move to be like.
Crazy.
I've got the whole movie. Now release the trailer or else.
Yeah. Why not make your own trailer?
Right. Speaking of dumb moves, have we been watching the new Daredevil season on Disney Plus?
Have not.
All right. So.
Who hosts this? Isn't it someone crazy?
I'm talking about Daredevil, the Marvel superhero.
Never mind.
So there was some tumult there. Season 1 was entirely like half scrapped, reworked from the ground up. Many people were saying it's not close enough this revival to
funny.
the. Are you good?
Yeah, it's like not that funny.
Good. Who would host Daredevil on Disney Plus?
I'm
your host, and this is Daredevil.
Well, it plays, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's totally plausible. And that's why it's funny. It's not funny because you're an idiot. It's funny because it's like in this world of reality, it's something that could have totally been like actual, like something.
It is funny.
I'm Chris Pratt, and this is Daredevil.
It would be Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
I love their Chris Pratt. No, but many people were saying like, oh, we're just gonna bring Charlie Cox and who the hell plays Wilson Fisk? He's an actor that I love. D'Onofrio, Vincent D'Onofrio, back, and they're gonna be the same characters, but it's gonna be a new canon. And then the creative team comes in, it's like, no, this fucking sucks. Scrap it. It's canon now. Let's also bring back John Bernthal as the Punisher. And it's been kind of up in the air, right? Because D'Onofrio was in Hawkeye as Fisk, but he was a little bit different. Cox was in Spider-Man as Matt Murdock, and we weren't sure if the Netflix series was going to be canon. Are the other characters in those series who are going to be coming back? Jessica Jones, who we now know is in the season. Mike Coulter as Luke Cage. The other guy as the Iron Fist, Danny Rand. Are they coming back? Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, posts to his Instagram photos of himself and Finn Jones, the guy who plays Iron Fist, on set with Matt Murdock and Jessica Jones, or Charlie. I wanted to say Charlie Kirk. Yeah, Charlie Cox and.
I don't think he was on camera.
Charlie Cox and Kristen Ritter as Daredevil, Jessica Jones, spoiling their return before Marvel has confirmed anything. And also spoiling the end of the season, he posted Matt Murdock stanced up in fucking prison garb.
Oh, perfect.
So not only spoiled his return, spoiled the end of the season.
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer, right? So many people are like, "Oh, are we adapting the Devil and Cell Block D storyline where Foggy Nelson is killed and he goes to prison and he has to protect his secret identity?" Foggy's already dead in the show, so could be something there. And also, you threw out there last week, could we be seeing Daredevil in Spider-Man? We know Spider-Man's. We don't know what's to be on the trailer. He's got scenes in prison, so could be something there. And all thanks to actors who jumped the gun. Speaking of jumping the gun, this is probably my biggest point of the week.
Uh-oh.
And this is something that is hugely
It is in
important
all
to me.
caps.
Many people are familiar with the fact that my favorite film of all time is the 2006 Pixar movie, Cars. Have we all seen Cars?
Yeah, big fan.
Yes.
All right, so
Huge.
Cinema.
what you need to know about Cars. There have been 3 Cars movies. Many people don't like the second one. I think it's fine. There's been an animated series, same style, Mater's Tall Tales, and another one with the launch of Disney Plus was called Cars on the Road. We've got another Cars series coming out. And you know me, Cars turns 20 this year. I'm always so excited for more Cars content. It is a preschooler-focused series coming to Disney Plus. We got Owen Wilson back. We got Larry the Cable Guy back. Bonnie Hunt back.
Oh,
Cheech
thank
Marin back.
goodness.
Larry the
Tony
Cable
Shalhoub
Guy?
back.
Holy
The gang
shit.
is back.
I was over here stressing that Larry the Cable Guy wasn't gonna get a new payday.
Were you actually? Or
Yeah,
you
I was
just doing
concerned,
it?
and now,
He got-
but now it's been alleviated.
He got the rub.
So it is called Cars Lightning Racers.
yes.
Seems to be about Lightning McQueen. He's got some new recruits, but the animation style's throwing people off. Are you guys familiar with Muppet Babies? You remember when they did Muppet Babies?
No.
Yes.
Basically, it was
Kinda-
Muppets as babies. People hated
Sounds
it.
trippy, yeah.
It kind of seems a little bit like we might be doing Cars Babies,
Oh no.
just based on the animation style.
Not
And if
great.
we are doing Cars Babies, I don't know that this is necessarily the case. It could just be an animation style. They're small, they're compact, great for toddlers, what have you. But if we are doing Cars Babies, this breaks the canon of the Cars universe in a major way. We've got Lightning McQueen, established Piston Cup racer, comes to Radiator Springs early in his career.
That is
meets
right.
Mater.
He is an established Piston Cup
Right.
racer.
But if we're doing Cars Babies, Lightning McQueen's in Radiator Springs as a child.
Takes
with-
away
with-
from his
He's
credibility.
in Radiator Springs as a child. That doesn't make sense. He's with Mater, who's all rusty, not in his like shiny blue paint job. That
when-
doesn't make sense.
He can't be
either.
rusty if
It's like
he's
when
a
they did The
baby.
Sopranos in high
Also,
school.
are they implying these cars are reproducing
Well,
themselves?
exactly
or are
that.
they
So
coming
Who's
out?
exactly
manufacturing
that.
these cars?
This is something I have thought about extensively for years because this is the one silver lining if they do Cars Babies. We could get an answer to a question that has plagued me and my mother because she tells me to shut the fuck up every time I bring it up. Do these cars, are they born or are they manufactured? Right? And if we're doing Cars Babies, canon as it may break, it does put some points toward the idea that these cars are in fact born. Now, the anatomy of it, how that all works, I don't know, but it's very interesting. There's so much that's interesting about the Cars universe. We've
I've only scratched the surface.
We've got real life politicians, right?
This
The
could be
politics
its
in the
own
Cars
podcast.
universe.
Yeah.
And I'd love to be on
We've got the
that.
Queen of England. We've got in the first one Arnold Schwarzenegger as the governor of California. We have got actual fucking terrorists in the Cars universe. It's
Yeah.
a huge plot point
That's-
in the second one.
Everyone forgets. I'm glad you brought the. I know we got to wrap up, but Cars 2 is so unhinged.
I
Have
love
you
it.
seen They go.
Yeah.
They go from like winning, like the first one. Redemption story for Lightning McQueen. Come back racing. The second one, they're like
Mater-
fighting terrorists, shooting guns,
Yes,
exploding
Mater
bombs.
becomes involved with these
secret
British spies.
agent.
Also,
spy
It went
mission.
the Die Hard route.
There is kind of
But
the
it
implication.
went so
There is
far
kind of
off
the
course.
implication that the tragic events of 9/11 occurred in the Cars universe.
Yeah, Cars 2. If you haven't seen it lately, it's been 15 years, I think, since
They
16
go
years.
through TSA,
It's crazy.
which exists because of 9/11.
Our editors are gonna love this.
I'm
episode.
just gonna throw it out there. I don't
They're
know if
gonna
you guys
be
remember
elated.
the Planes spinoff, but Dusty Cropopper in the second one does go to New York.
All right.
What's not in the skyline?
This might have to be
All
a
right,
spin-off,
speaking of
one-off
crop hopping.
pod.
Where did this last quote
What
come
the
from?
fuck?
I am so glad you asked.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
My favorite quote of the week. If you're a Mario Kart fan, government is Yoshi, and philanthropy is the golden mushroom, that edge we need to beat Bowser on the Rainbow Road. To belabor this metaphor even further, Bowser's corporate greed in this scenario.
All right, I get the Bowser corporate greed part.
Who said this?
I think I know, but
This was the mayor of New York City, Zoran
Oh,
Mamdani.
that's
oh,
bad.
I was gonna say, I
no.
thought this was
Jeez.
Bernie Sanders. For
Oh,
a
that's
second.
not good.
This was fucking
This isn't
hysterical.
even like a good metaphor.
Yeah,
though.
it's not a good metaphor. I think the Bowser corporate greed part checks out, but you had me lost when you said government is
Well, he's
Yoshi.
talking
Because
about-
Yoshi's like a good guy. Like, we all love Yoshi.
She's talking about like public-private
But
partnerships.
Yoshi eats you and puts you in an egg.
That's true.
Philanthropy,
Yeah,
but it's-
philanthropy
but
is
it's
a
cute.
golden mushroom, but government
it's
is
cute.
like the moles that pop up on Moo Moo Farm and knock
Yes.
you over.
What he's talking about this
You're
scenario.
not on Rainbow Road at all.
No,
with that
not
one.
on Rainbow. We're at the
What-
farm.
What he's talking about in this scenario is like public-private partnership. Why we need donors for like our public libraries and stuff.
I think he
I'm
could.
kind of behind it. Bit of a clunky metaphor, but why this quote sticks out to me is so important is because it kind of seems to me like obviously
Let's
like
break it down.
nobody loves the Adams administration of New York City,
Yes.
right? And Zoran, to his credit, is doing whatever he can to distance himself from that. But this seems to be one tradition he's taken up of giving just fucking weird quotes. Let me run you through some of my favorite Eric Adams quotes,
Okay.
just to
Okay.
tell you how deep this tradition runs. This is one I still use. All my haters become my waiters when I sit down at the table of success.
See, that one's
That's a
dope.
bar.
That's a good one. I hate to say it,
All
that's
my
a good one.
haters
Sounds like a
become
restaurant.
waiters.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro! My hand is like.
Don's right. That sounds like something a wrestler would say in a backstage interview, and they walk off camera. They're like, "He's in the ring."
Yeah,
Next.
yes,
If
yeah.
you're gonna hang out with the boys at night, you got to get up with the men in the morning.
Fair.
I am the
Slick hasn't woken up before 11 in like a month.
Fine,
I
whatever.
don't know about getting down with the boys.
I get it. I love sleeping in. I am the pilot, folks, and you are all the passengers. Stop praying for me to crash the plane. Pray for me to land the plane because there's no parachutes on this plane.
Okay.
Always
All
what
right.
you want to hear a sitting mayor say.
There you go.
Yeah.
New York City is the blank of
Jesus
America.
Christ.
He used this one at every possible opportunity. New York City is the Athens of America. New York City is the Tel Aviv of America.
Oh,
New York City
Jesus.
is the Islamabad of America. New York City is the Mexico City of America. It was throwing them out like candy.
Yeah.
Every possible opportunity.
What's Buffalo of America?
Hard to say. I went from a D student to the
Adelaide,
D list.
that's-
I know
Adelaide,
what
Australia.
New Jersey of Western New York is. Grand Island.
Of
That's
course.
what I was going to
Shout
say.
out- shout out Liz Minette.
It is an
Lackawanna.
island. It's grand.
I am perfectly imperfect and have occasionally eaten fish.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right.
Like, I feel
So-
him on that one.
If nothing else came out of the Adams administration, you got a laundry list of great quotes. And I am thrilled, for one, to see Zoran Mamdani continuing this tradition.
There you go. Great quotes.
Can
Always,
I just mention one thing?
what do we
real
got?
quick?
Tell me.
I'm really surprised that your favorite quote this week is not the fake. It was from a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Oh,
Oh
One
my
of
God.
the-
Well, I don't talk politics on this show, but what you got to know?
But it's from a Quentin
slipperyest
Tarantino
of
movie.
oh
slopes.
my God.
Just like the Sabres 15-year playoff drought. What do you got?
We got breaking news in
What
the
do we got?
wrestling world.
Oh, no.
Pro Wrestling Insider is reporting
PWI.
that Paige has re-signed
With
with the
WWE.
WWE.
Well, so she's coming out this weekend.
Probably gonna confront AJ after beating Becky. No,
Yeah, that would
wasn't she the one that beat AJ for the first
All right.
Stevens title in
We're
like
getting,
18
text
seconds?
from producers that plug's about to be pulled if we don't wrap this
Whoa!
up. So.
All right.
That's
well, with that
bullshit.
said, make sure you're always plugged into Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports, and more. With that said, want you to have a great weekend now. Start that with a good day now. And go ahead and check out a 5-minute preview of our documentary that we're working on for this playoff run, documenting the drought.
Also, shoot me a message and ask my thoughts.
I remember when I started hockey at a young age, all I ever wanted to do was play for the Sabres.
I'm Dwayne Steinell, host of Two Goalies on Mike.
My name is Matt, and I'm the sports director at Channel 7.
Zach Sheldon. I've been a fan of the Buffalo Sabres for 30 years.
My parents had season tickets ever since I was a little kid. We would go to the Oranges. We would get mini sticks, mini pucks. We probably saw 20, 30 games a year.
My earliest Sabres memory was probably watching a lot of games on Empire back when I was a kid. You know, we didn't go to a ton of games when I was a kid, but it was appointment viewing for 4-year-old me to turn on the games before I went to bed and watched a lot of them with my dad.
Even growing up when hockey started becoming more important, my goal has never changed since I've been 7 years old, right? So I'd stay up late at night to watch games. I wouldn't miss a game.
It's like it's life or death. It's it's all in every time. I think when you look at maybe a New York City, a Chicago, even like parts in Florida, their teams are treated like a recreational product, whereas the Sabres, they're a member of the family.
It was like the LaFontaine, Hasek days. It was Rob Ray, Barnaby days. It was the Earl Bud days. Yeah, it was iconic. It was an amazing time. My brother and I loved going to games. We bonded over hockey. You know what I mean? We would obsess over hockey, collect cards. Going to games for me was like something to look forward to every day at school or whenever they played at school.
Started with my cousin who played hockey. Started following the Sabres because of him, and then I graduated. Getting my first hockey card. Pat LaFontaine, meeting him and him being my very first favorite player.
Just watching the old Ray May, Barnaby, Bugner team, LaFontaine, McGillney, Howard Chuck, guys like that. I just remember watching them, and Pekka, obviously, and what he did and how he played the game. That was more so, for me, watching them. And then I remember being at the Nike base in Hamburg, and Rob Ray was there, and getting to meet Rob Ray in the rink was something that has stuck with me forever. So for me, it was a lifestyle and a dream that I've had for ever since I could remember.
It's the, Alumni Plaza, it's the French Connection, it's Dominic Hasek. It's, growing up for me, I had two jerseys. It was a Dominic Hasek away and a Dominic Hasek home jersey. He was the team. He was the Buffalo Sabres to me. So
Stu Barnes. Stu Barnes was my guy. I loved Stu Barnes. I loved the goal he scored against the Penguins in the playoffs. I can still hear that call like in my brain, which is just so awesome.
Hockey and the Sabres have always been like an olive branch for me to create friendships. I moved around a lot when I was a kid, so it's hard to establish friendships and maintain solid friendships throughout the years. And the Sabres were always a way to kind of like as an olive branch to meet people and create new relationships with people and always have something to talk about because the Sabres were always good.
Everybody loves Hasek. For some reason, I liked Grattan a lot. I liked Verata a lot because my dad one day came home from work with like a signed Vaclav Verata jersey and handed it to me. And I was like, how in the world did you get this?
36 was given to me by my trainer just because I reminded him of Matt Barnaby. If I was able to wear 27, which I couldn't at the time because we had Teppo and then I think Morrison, maybe someone else wore it, but 27 was my favorite number because of Mike Pekka.
Everybody was a Sabres fan when I was growing up. The Sabres were the it team. The Sabres were the hot team. The Sabres were the team that went to the playoffs, and they were the team that went on playoff runs. So growing up, I remember the Sabres more fondly than I remember the Bills because those years were unbelievable.
Hi, YouTube. This is Chad and Steve. We're the co-founders of the site, and we just want to say thank you. Today we have some exciting news for you. We've been acquired by Google.
All 506 years were college years for me. It was a crazy time.